Hey guys, our mini message today is back in Genesis chapter 32, and we're going to look at just two verses today, verses 7 and 8. Now, if you remember from yesterday, Jacob was fixing to be confronted by his brother. He had sent out messengers talking about, I'm your humble servant, Master Esau, like he was being as kind as he could be. Because remember, the last time they met, it was a bad time, the last time they were together, because Jacob had swindled his brother and Esau wanted to kill him. So it says here in verse 7 and 8, Jacob was terrified at the news, and the news being the 400-man army that was coming to see him. He divided his household along with the flocks and herds and camels into two groups, and he thought if Esau meets one group and attacks it, perhaps the other group can escape. So, dividing the family up, I suppose, dividing all the stuff up. I know, it kind of makes sense. But it's way different than how Jacob dealt with Laban. When Jacob dealt with Laban back in the previous chapter, he really confronted him. And I think he did that because he knew he was right. Jacob was bold in going to Laban because he knew he was right. And in his relationship with his brother, he knew he was wrong. And so I think he's much more timid here because in the previous deal with Laban, I think he felt much more protected by God in his emotions. And here, at least in verses 7 and 8, I think kind of gets his act together a little bit later. But in verses 7 and 8, he's definitely in his emotions. He's definitely struggling. He's definitely seeing where I deserve whatever Esau gives me. I think is kind of where he's at. He was guilty, and he had no strength before Esau because of this. He was very hindered by his past. And a word for us is that we don't have to live in our past because of the grace of Jesus Christ. I don't have to live in fear. I don't have to live in shame. I don't have to not have strength moving forward and knowing what is right and wrong. I can own my past. I can know I was wrong, but I can also know that I am forgiven. I am restored. I am changed. I am new because of what Christ did. So whatever happened in the past is back there in the past. And Christ wants us to leave it back there and move forward. We can learn from it. We don't have to make the same mistakes, but we don't have to carry around the baggage of guilt with us forever. It's just not what we have to do. So Jacob here should have said, I don't know if Esau is coming in peace or war. I hope for peace. But if it's war, I know God will protect me. That's how he should have approached it. But he really didn't right here. He used man's wisdom. It was kind of a smart move just from human perspective. But in this, I don't think he was really trusting God. He was walking into the middle of something. He didn't know what was going to happen. He didn't know the outcome. He didn't understand. He couldn't know Esau's disposition. He didn't know his heart. And so instead of trusting God's heart, he trusted man's wisdom. So I think here in verses 7 and 8, Jacob's falling short a little bit. He trusted God with Laban, but here he's not trusting God with Esau. And that's something that we can all do. At moments we trust God very well, and the next we lean on human understanding and on our smarts and our wisdom. It's a good word for us to always trust God. We'll see you guys soon.